This is one of these scarves that's like an infinity scarf. It doesn't have an end to it, hence the name Infinity. Hey folks, it's Carrie from Pretty Neat. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. I share videos here every week about organizing and decluttering your home and adopting a minimalist mindset. So I hope you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around. So today I'm going to be organizing and decluttering one category of stuff in my home, and that is accessories. I have not addressed this in quite a while. I did not feel particularly motivated during the pandemic to do a lot of cleaning and decluttering. Some people got on that train and did a ton of it during the shutdown. I struggled with feeling motivated to do much of anything, including organizing. So this is something that is long overdue for me. I am planning to tackle all different accessories in my wardrobe. So I'm gonna look at my shoes, handbags, jewelry, things like scarves and gloves, hats, that type of thing. I'm hoping to really pare things down. So I hope that this is helpful and that you find it a little bit motivating for your own decluttering efforts at home. So let's jump right in. So the first category that I'm gonna be decluttering today are my shoes. I pride myself on keeping my shoe collection pretty pared down, but you know, it's always kind of shocking when you see it all together like this. So as far as sneakers go, I have these 3 pairs of athletic sneakers that I use for working out. I use them for walking, and usually when I do organizing jobs in clients' homes, I will just dress casually and wear a pair of sneakers. So I'm actually going to hang on to all 3 of these. These 3 pair I get quite a bit of use out of. This pair of casual shoes are probably my most worn currently, and so those are all definitely staying. Then my next category are boots. The tall boots are very unique in my collection. It's the only pair of kind of dress tall boots that I have, so I'm going to keep those. I do like them. These high-heeled boots, they're actually sentimental. My grandmother gave me these. She was an unusually stylish grandmother, and when she was in her mid-80s, she gave those to me. You know, it just made me laugh that like an 86-year-old had those boots and was wearing them currently, but I don't wear them a ton, but I do like them on occasion, and they're nice with pants in the wintertime. I am gonna hang on to those for now. These short boots, again, are kind of a unique pair of flat short boots, so I'm gonna hang on to those. I do wear those pretty regularly. These 2 pair are kind of something I need to decide on. I've had these taller ones for a number of years, and I really love them. They're well loved and used. So I do want to keep these. These were gifted to me by my mom last year, and you know, I did wear them last winter, but I found that I wore these instead of these lace-up boots, and I really do like these better. And you know, I keep learning this lesson and then forgetting it, but generally when I take hand-me-down items, I don't end up keeping them long-term because I didn't select them for myself, and they're just not as much my style as the stuff that I buy on my own. So I'm gonna pass these on. They're still in great shape. Someone else would like them. And then these are a very functional pair, so these are gonna stick around. Okay. Then I don't have a ton of summer shoes because I live in Syracuse, New York, and our summer is very short. I have basically these 2 pairs of sandals, and they're very similar. These I have had for years and years, and I got a ton of use out of them. Maybe 2 seasons ago, I got these, and these are also cute, and these are so incredibly comfortable. They just fit great. They have a very flexible sole. because they're so similar and because I wear sandals so infrequently, I'm going to say goodbye to the older pair again. These served me well. They're also still in great shape, shockingly, and so maybe I'll donate them and someone else will like them. Flat shoes. So I have these 3 pair. These are tough. I definitely wear the leopard print ones, so these are going to stay. These silver-toed ones are super cute. I don't wear them very much though. To be honest, they don't fit that great. I bought them at the same time as I got the leopard ones. And these silver ones are just a little bit too big, and I'm kind of over the idea of wearing shoes that don't fit and are not comfortable. And honestly, that's the same for these. These are cute flats, but they have never really been comfortable. So I find that I avoid wearing them. So you know what? I'm going to say goodbye to these as well. And then I get to heels. To be honest, the only ones that I have worn probably in the last few years are these. And I do really like these little slingbacks. They are comfortable, they fit well, they go with a lot of different things. So these are a definite keep. These burgundy shoes, they are super old. I feel like they're kind of dated, and they also hurt my feet after a while. So I'm going to part with these. And then these are 2 like kind of special occasion shoes that honestly, I can't even remember the last time I wore them. These I still love. I mean, they're really cool. So you know what? I'm going to keep 1 pair of fancy shoes. These are super old. I wore them a few times to like weddings. They're ridiculously uncomfortable. After wearing them, they like leave this imprint on the top of my feet. That's terrible. I'm going to part with these. They will not be missed. I can't even remember the last time I wore them. So this is my pared down collection of shoes. I really didn't think I had much to get rid of, but I decided to part with these 6 pair, which is quite a bit. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. So my next category of stuff to declutter are purses and bags, and then winter gear, gloves, hats, scarves. This tote bag is old and worn, but I still use it all the time, so I'm keeping that. This is new and I like it. It's like a crossbody bag. This is another little crossbody purse that honestly I never got much use out of, and now that I have the other one, even though that one is, you know, not super stylish, I think I'm going to say goodbye to this one. This purse, again, I have this thing, I will admit, I like the idea of cute, stylish bags, and then in reality, I never end up using them, and I just end up getting something that's really functional and kind of blah looking, and I think I'm okay with that. And I can just part with these things that, you know, I thought that I would use. Like this, I did get a little use out of this, although I didn't use it at all last summer, and it really doesn't look like I'm going to be using it again this summer. I simply am not motivated enough to like change purses with my outfit, so I'm going to part with this as well. And I'm going to keep this very functional one. This I actually do use on occasion when I feel like I need a slightly nicer looking bag. I do want to keep kind of one decent looking bag on hand, so I think I'm going to hang on to that one. And then this is a vintage metallic clutch. I mean, maybe once or twice I've carried it. Another thing is this has no strap or handle or anything, so you just literally have to carry it in your hand. And that's another thing I've realized about myself. Like, if I have to hold the bag physically in my hand, I am not going to use it. So as cute as this is as a vintage thing, I'm going to part with that as well. Moving on to winter gear. I have a surprisingly small amount of it considering that I live in the snow belt. These gloves are pretty well worn, but they just work so great for me. I mean, they're a little faded, but you know what? I'm going to keep them. These 2 winter hats, I almost never wear a winter hat. I'm too weird about getting my hair messed up. So this wool one, I actually got as kind of a hand-me-down, but I've never worn it. So I'm going to keep that little fleece one. Really, the only time I wear those is if I have to like shovel my car out from a major storm. Same with these. I can't remember. These are heavy duty gloves, like for people who do stuff outdoors in the winter, which is not me. I think I will hang on to these. I do have space to store these, and in the case of a snow emergency and I really got to get out there and like dig the car out for an hour, those are nice to have. Now, scarves are another category of stuff that I feel like these are an aspirational item for me. It's like I like the idea of being a person who wears scarves, but the reality is I just don't. So these are the winter scarves that I have. And honestly, the only ones that I ever wear are these 2 middle ones. They were both made by my grandmother, not the grandmother that gave me the high-heeled boots, but my other grandmother who was very crafty, and she made me these. I mean, this one has gotten a ton of wear, and you know, it's kind of on its last legs. The reality is I like this because it's very thin, and this is another thing that I think I need to just get over. I am a short person. I have a very short neck, but this is a huge scarf. It's almost like a shawl, and when I wear it around my neck, it's totally overpowering to my frame, and I'm just like this tiny little bobblehead sticking up out of it. And yeah, as much as I like it, I feel like it's just not really serving me. I might wear it like once or twice in the wintertime. And then same with this. Again, it's cool. It has like this little metallic fleck in it, but I feel like when I wear it, it just is way too big for me. It just doesn't fit me. So I think I need to take some of my own advice and admit that, you know, these bigger, bulkier scarves just don't really work for me. What I should do is look for something new this winter that is more this kind of size and thickness, because this actually works for me and I end up wearing that a lot. So I think that one needs to be replaced, but I'm going to look for something new. Kind of the same story with these scarves. I like the idea of wearing scarves, and then I just never do. These are both cute. I like the patterns, I like the colors, but they are both really large, so I never really wear them. These 2 I like, and I actually do get some use out of these. And again, they're just a different style. They're thinner. I think I have made some discoveries here about what style of scarf I actually wear and which ones I don't. And I'm just going to keep the ones that I get use out of, and I'm going to part with these 2. And again, I can always shop for new scarves this upcoming winter. So I'm in the home stretch here. I have belts. I just have a few, and then all of my jewelry, which that's going to be a bit more of a challenge. As far as belts go, I don't have very many, and I honestly don't wear them very much. This I know can go. This was off of a shirt that I owned years ago, and I used to think that I would wear it like a belt, and that just hasn't happened. So this chain belt, I think I will keep this. I haven't worn it in quite a while, but it's kind of a unique piece that is a different like length and shape than anything else that I have. And then this belt, I have to keep. This was my father's belt from the 70s, and I don't really wear it, but it's just so cool. So this is staying. I guess I am sentimental about some clothes. These necklaces here are in the current rotation. I've worn these recently. I do like them. I've worn this watch recently. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to all of these. This was at one time my engagement ring, and then after I got divorced. I had it made into a necklace. Honestly, I don't wear this very much, but it's like my only piece of real jewelry, so I am gonna hang on to it. And these, I like all the rest of these. This really needs to be polished. Okay, so those were more the things that were being currently worn. This, I have not looked at in a long time. These, I wore many times in the past and not in a really long time. I have some little plastic bins that I decluttered previously that I am going to use for this purpose. These earrings I made out of something else and I never liked them, so they are gonna go. Now this and this I had made for my words of the year. So they do kind of have some meaning for me. So I think these will stay. This bracelet I really loved, and then I never wore it. It's just kind of bulky and it feels weird on my wrist. I don't know. I think it's time for it to go. So here's a dilemma. I have photos taken regularly for my business. A friend of mine is a photographer. I will link to her info down below because she's an amazing photographer. But I find that like with the photo shoots, I often need to switch things up with accessories because I honestly don't have a large wardrobe. So some of these things, I think I haven't worn that recently, but I have worn for photos. So I think I may keep a selection of things for that purpose, or again, like for YouTube videos, if I just want to make a shirt look a little bit different, I don't have to keep them out in like my current rotation of things. But some of these can definitely go. Like this is just nothing. This bracelet I think is kind of cool. I made this, but honestly, I haven't worn it. I do like these little skulls though. I might pull this apart and make a pair of earrings out of those skulls. Like this is in the category of, you know, a necklace used for photos, as is this pink and black one. So I think I may hang on to these. I think this is gonna go in the not current rotation of jewelry. Same with this. This is actually something that I got a lot of use out of. This is mostly earrings. This I have not worn. This as a pendant. This kind of has sentimental value. I got it on a trip to Barcelona and I watched some long-haired dude on the street actually make this in front of me. So I kind of want to keep this, but I think this is more of a sentimental piece. So I'm going to put this in with my like sentimental stuff. I'm going to part with this one, but I think I'm going to keep this for now because I really do love that. This can go. This was belonged to my other grandmother, and I have worn this recently. I think it's really pretty. I'm going to keep it. Earrings kind of fall into the category that I haven't really worn much in real life. These I have. The yellow ones I have. These are more, I think these can go. These I like. These came in a set. I don't think I have ever worn the smaller ones. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye to these little ones. I'll just keep these. Okay. I use these to separate out my earrings and rings, and it works really great for that. So these I have worn recently, as have these. These are favorites. These I have worn recently. This is 2 pair. Yep, I wear those. I wear these. This is kind of the top layer, so these are the things that are more in the current rotation. I think everything here I like and I have worn, and that's gonna stay. This is the lower level. So these I like, but I have these that are kind of similar in finish and style, and I like these better. So I'm gonna say goodbye to these. These, again, have some sentimental value. I think I'm gonna hang on to these. These, I think, can go. I cannot remember the last time those were worn, but these I like. If I want gold hoops, I have those. Okay, rings. These are all rings. Rings are another item. They're kind of like scarves for me. I like them in theory, but I never wear them in practice. I just don't like the way they feel on my hands. Like I find them kind of uncomfortable, and I don't like washing my hands wearing rings. I do really like this. This one is very comfortable. I wear that sometimes. This I think can go. I like it, but it's very cheap and it's like worn out. So I'm gonna say goodbye to that. This I won in a raffle. It's kind of cool. It's a key, but it doesn't really fit my fingers well. And again, it always feels like it's falling off. So I think that's gonna go. This little pearl ring actually does fit. I like it. I'm gonna hang on to that. This again belonged to my grandmother. I might hang on to this as a sentimental piece. My high school ring, I gotta keep that. These I kind of like. Of all the rings that I own, these have probably been worn the most, these little stackables. So I'm gonna keep those. I don't know. I like this, but it always, when I'm wearing it, I think it looks like I'm wearing a bandage on my finger and not so much a ring. And honestly, I can't remember the last time I put this on. It's not that comfortable. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this, even though I think it's cool. So, all right, that is really pared down. Again, I'm keeping some of this stuff, a few sentimental things, and then a few things that are probably not gonna get worn frequently, but they might get worn occasionally, and everything else I'm feeling pretty good about. So that was quite a project. I unearthed a lot of things that I had kind of forgotten about, and it was really good for me to take a second look at all of that stuff and make some decisions. So did this inspire you to go through your own accessories or maybe some other categories of items in your own home? If it did, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're tackling next. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button. It helps my channel out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe. I share new videos here every week about organizing and decluttering your home and adopting a minimalist mindset. Talk to you soon.